morning students. Welcome to today's class. In this class we will revise the division of two-digit numbers and three-digit numbers and how you can apply this in your real life word problems. Okay, today basically we will study about word problems based on division. Okay, now what we have studied or what we have revised yesterday, we have revised how to divide a two-digit number by a one-digit number and how to divide a three-digit number by a one-digit number. So before going into word problems, let us just quickly revise these two again. Okay, suppose I give you a number 26 divided by 2, correct? Now first I will see this particular digit. First digit I will see whether it is divisible by 2 or not. If it is smaller than 2, it is not divisible. If it is greater than 2 or 2 itself, it is divisible. Okay. Now it is 2. So 2 ones are 2. If I subtract, I get 0. I bring this 6 down. Now 2 how much is 6? 2 3s are 6. So if I minus, I get 0 as my remainder and my quotient is 13. This is all about dividing a two-digit number by a single-digit number. Now, what we will do, we will divide a three-digit number, say 234 divided by 2. Okay, if I divide this number, what I get? 234 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, you get 0, bring this 3 down, then again 2 ones are 2, you get 1, then you have to bring this 4 down. You have to bring down one number at a time. Okay, now 2 sevens are 14, so you get 0. So your remainder is 0 and your quotient is 117. Okay. In this way, we divide a two-digit number by a one-digit number and a three-digit number by a one-digit number. Okay, now we will see the word problems based on it. Suppose in your textbook, page number 29 of chapter division, see what is one example has been given. A school has 634 students. That means how many students? Total students is how much? Is equal to 634. Done. Now, who are equally grouped into 4 houses? So, total number of houses is how much? Total number of houses is equal to 4. Done. Now, how many students are there in a house? That means one house. Are there any students who are not grouped into a house? Now, they are asking you how many students fit in one house and is there any student who is not in any house? Okay. So, what we will do is, we will have to divide, correct? So, your question will be how many students are there in each house. And if there is any remainder, then these are the students left out. They are not grouped in any house. Okay. Now what we will do? Therefore, total number of students in one house is equal to 364 divided by 4. Now what we'll do, we'll divide this, okay? 634 divided by 4. So 4 ones are 4. If I minus, I get 2. Bring this 3 down, 23. So 4 6s are 24, not possible. So 4 5s are 20. So you get 3. If you minus, bring this 4 down. Again 4 6s are 24. 4 7s are 28. 4 8s are 32. Not possible. So 7. 28. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So you have 6 as the remainder. Now, total number of students in one house. So this 6 is your remainder. Remainder means what? Remaining. So these remaining students are not grouped in any house. So how many students are grouped? One group has 157 students. So 150 students, 57 students are there in one house. And they have asked you one more question, no? Are there any students who are not grouped in any house? Yes. These many students are not grouped in any house. Therefore, what you will write? Therefore, 6 students are not grouped into any house. Okay? So, in this way you can use division, I mean your question as one answer and your remainder as different answer. Okay? Now we will see one more example that has been given in your example number 12. In example number 12, what they have given is, you see, a football game had 99 spectators. That means there was a football match where there were 99 people to watch it. Okay, spectators means the people who watch it. So a football game had 99 spectators. We'll simultaneously we'll write whatever information we have. Okay, total number of spectators is equal to 99. Then if each row has only 9 seats, that means each total seats each row has is equal to 9. Correct? How many rows would the spectators occupy? That means if each row has total number of 9 seats, then 99 spectators would take how many seats? Therefore, number of rows the spectators occupy is equal to 99 divided by 9. So if you divide 99 by 9, then 9 ones are 9 minus 0. Bring this 9 down. 9 ones are 9. 0. So you get the answer as 11. Okay? In this way you are going to solve the word problems. Clear? Now I will give you 2 sums. Just see whether you can solve it or not applying these conditions that I have taught you just now. Okay. So, your question is number 1. There are 836 students in the school. Correct? Then they are grouped into three houses. How many students are there in each house? This is same question just like your example, just the numbers are different. Please try it, see whether you can solve it or not. Okay, so thank you students, thank you so much. I hope this is clear to you now. In your next class we will take another chapter for your revision. Okay, thank you, bye bye.